Training specifically for fitness, I didn't start till a little bit later in my life. I've been an athlete all my life. I think I mainly got into fitness more. I just wanted to get my body in a better shape. Little by little, I remember seeing a picture of me, my mom took at the beach when I was like in grade 12. And I was like, I remember I printed it out and I put it in my room. And I'm like, I never want to look like this ever again. I didn't know what fitness was. I literally started with P90X videos my mom had in the basement. I was sneaking into a gym and trying to get into any workouts like during my spare time in high school. And then it didn't start picking up fully until I was in university. I bought my gym membership, started going every day, took it seriously. I met a buddy there and then became like gym partners. And like the fitness thing kind of just started growing on me. And then a couple of years later, people started noticing the difference. I kind of took it really serious. And I got to a point that my fitness level got a lot higher that I had to stop playing sports because it was either, am I going to go the bodybuilder route or the athlete route? You kind of can't do both. You kind of have to pick one. So I decided to leave the sports, kind of focus more on the fitness aspect, and then just kind of went full tilt. But the main purpose of it at the time was mainly because what I was doing, what I was studying, I was doing personal training. I was like, okay, well, you know what? If I compete, if I get to that level, people will appreciate and respect what I'm doing. Because if I can walk the walk, I can talk the talk, people will respect me more. So I was doing it more so for a business purpose. And once I competed, I actually got bit by the bug and I loved it. And I was like, you know what, I'm actually good at this. And I just kept pursuing it. And like, whatever happens, what comes out of this. And more things have come out of it. And it's just like a passion of mine. It's a hobby, but it's also kind of correlated with the business side effects of what I've been doing and what I studied. So it kind of went hand in hand. And it was a good transitioning from like playing sports into something like this. You can go on and do training forever. And it's been pretty great.
So you mentioned.
Honestly, it kind of brought back because I did a lot of sports growing up, like martial arts, that single individual sport. It's something that I enjoyed. I've always loved team sports, but individual sports always kind of was my favorite thing because no matter what, it's on me. And the performance part of it was also great. Like I love being on stage. It's like that's like some people don't like it. I actually thrive. I actually look forward to it because you can actually demonstrate. You're literally on stage. You can't hide it. You either did the work or you didn't do the work. So it's like one of those things. It's like you either like bust your butt to do what you got to do, otherwise it literally shows. You can't hide. You're literally half naked on stage. So it's something that it's motivating because it's like now you have a set date. You have to do the work. No matter, no excuses. No matter what, you have to do it. Doesn't matter what's happening in your life. The judges don't care. If you got sick, someone in your life, whatever issues you had, they don't care. So you have to put all that aside and you have to just dedicate to that. And that aspect actually kind of makes me more focused on anything else in life. Because if you're so strict with this, it kind of correlates into business, into the way you carry everything else. It just kind of, it's not just the bodybuilding aspect. It actually transfers into like things in life. Because people that are consistent and motivated in one aspect of life, that goes for everything else, like relationships, business, whatever you do. So if someone's lazy, it'll transfer over to their business. If someone's not dedicated, it'll transfer over to anything else. So this also helps me stay focused on everything else in my life.
So you mentioned.
Well, the area that definitely helped me the most from training, I'd say just keeping the consistency of it's every day you have to show up. For bodybuilding, it's one of those, it's an everyday sport. Same thing with life. It's an everyday. You have to wake up. You gotta either go to work. You gotta do paperwork. You gotta answer clients. You gotta do this. The constant drive to want to get better in bodybuilding. It's the same kind of drive. You want to get better, building your business, opening up, getting more clients, doing this, doing more promos, doing whatever you got to do. So it kind of correlates. And the more I got deeper into bodybuilding, I want to get better with that. The more I did the same thing for building my business and getting my name out there. So it kind of correlates. The more focus I got into this, the same thing happened to me with business. An area that I was lacking. I don't know if it's like a lacking thing per se that I would say. It's more so like you learn. It's a learning process. Like what I knew 5-10 years ago is not what I learn now. It's kind of like a stepping process. Like what I learned in bodybuilding 10 years ago wasn't what I know now. So it's kind of like a journey in a sense of like as you go, you see what route works better for you because not everybody's journey is the same. So like you kind of go with the flow. You learn as you go, and that's part of the journey. And that's part of like the ups and downs of everything. Same thing with business. What you do wrong and right. So it's kind of the journey, but the consistency if you keep showing up is part of what you learn along the way, right? Like same thing with fitness, same thing with work. If you don't show up, you don't get better. Bodybuilding, you don't show up to the gym, you don't show up to train, you don't get better. So it kind of correlates in the same aspect. Definitely no regrets. I don't think I ever would live with regrets. Sacrifice, I mean, I guess it depends how you see it. Sacrifice to some people, like not being able to see their family when you're, let's say, getting ready for a show. Is it a sacrifice or is it just like a partial commitment to something to get better? Like, if someone sees that as a sacrifice, it's a bad thing. Maybe it's not really for them. Yes, it's a sacrifice in the looks of it, but it's you're doing what you have to do for yourself. And if people around you don't appreciate it, maybe that's the wrong kind of group that you're supposed to be with. A sacrifice, I guess, in a sense, like, okay, you might not be able to go out for dinner with some friends, go out on the weekends, do whatever you got to do. Like, you might have to bring meals to a family dinner, and they might question you. People might like ask you and give you weird looks. They're like, oh, come on, you can eat that, you can eat a little bit of this, but you're so focused on what you got to do. It's like the little sacrifices that sucks, but at the end of the day, when you finally push through, everyone realizes, like, wow, okay, like what he's doing is awesome. And then people start asking you questions. In the beginning, people are like, why are you doing that? Just be normal, this and this, just come out for a drink, come out for food. You can have a little bit of piece of chicken, yeah, whatever, they don't understand. But it's like the more and more you surround yourself with the right people, it makes it easier. And I guess the sacrifice kind of pays off at the end because it's what you want to do. If it was a sacrifice and that it's kind of killing you, maybe this kind of field isn't for you. But it builds character at the end of the day. And if you want to do something, you kind of have to put some sacrifice in some part of your life. So for a beginner, just start. Just find a reason, find a way that you love it. Because the only way you're going to start doing this and want to go deeper into it, you have to love it. Find a training strategy that you like, something that you love. 'Cause we all get into this because we love training. Whatever, some people do bodybuilding, some people do powerlifting, some people do weightlifting, whatever method that you want to find something that you love doing that you're going to show up and want to do it all the time. That's why when people are saying like certain programs, certain training programs are the best, find the one that's best for you that you actually want to be motivated to do it. And then from there, you kind of start building up. Because if you don't like what you're doing, it's kind of hard to like keep motivating if you want to show up. At the end of the day, it's all fun. And then from there, the fun becomes motivating to get further and further and further. For someone that's a little bit more advanced and you have people around you giving you, like doubting you, people are always going to doubt you. Whether it's in fitness, whether it's in bodybuilding, and in business, don't open that business. Don't do that. Why are you going to go for this? Why don't you want to be a doctor? Why don't you do this? Everyone's always going to ask you and criticize for something that probably they can't do. You just got to stay on your own path. Maybe block it out. Maybe surround yourself to a smaller circle, people that actually care. And it might suck, and you might have to, burn some bridges a little bit. But at the end of the day, if it's what you want to do, you have to go full tilt because you'll end up regretting it later on. So it's the same thing for fitness, for whatever you want to do. If you're already deep into it and you have people around you questioning it, just do what you got to do. If that's what you love to do, they'll either come eventually around to respect you. Those same people that are questioning you, once they see you succeed, they come around and be like, can you give me some advice? Help me out. Then they realize like what you were doing actually had a purpose. It's burning bridges, and like for friends that are not there for you, or only there for when it's fun to have a party on the weekends, or they're only there when it's good times, and they don't necessarily see and want to support what you're doing. Is it really worth continuing that friendship, or is it just I'll see you once in a blue moon? I'm not gonna put all my effort into that if you're not gonna, respect what I'm doing. Certain bridges can't necessarily be burnt, like family. You can't choose the family you're born into. They'll either appreciate and respect you, or they won't. But they're family. You kind of can't get rid of family. You just hope that eventually they understand what it is that you're doing. And I find that a lot of times it's usually the family that kind of gives a lot of people a hard time with business, bodybuilding, whatever, because they don't understand it. And not everybody has to understand what path you want to go to, because it's not the normal path that not everybody else does. You just got to do your path in hopes that maybe they understand at some point. And most people, if they continue through, eventually they come around being like, you know what, I'm sorry for ever doubting you. You just have to stay your path. Otherwise, you kind of prove them right, in a sense, right? Because then you kind of give up. So family, you can't choose, but your friends, you can choose who you're friends with. You can lose a couple friendships, burn some bridges, as you call it. But as you get deeper into that world, you kind of meet new people that are in the same mindset, and those are the kind of people you'd rather be around. And if you have to lose a couple of friends along the way, it is what it is. Friendships come and go. You just got to stay in your own path. The protein packs help me a lot during the week, especially my schedule is crazy. I literally work 7 days a week. Sometimes you don't have the time to be cooking all the stuff and you're on the go. These things are super handy. I literally throw them in the microwave. I cook my rice. I have it all weighed up in the morning, and I'm off to work. And super convenient. The taste is amazing. The macros on this are great. Anyone that's on a diet, bulking, cutting, whatever it is, there's different flavors for every single person. And they keep coming out with new flavors like all the time. So this is definitely something I'm going to be keeping in my diet. And it just makes my life easier because I don't have to think about it. I don't have to waste time cooking the meals. I literally just put it in the microwave and I'm good to go for my day. So definitely comes in handy.